pluralism, which is very hard to accept. That is why so far farmers have vented their anger on foreign companies. Last year, on the 29th of December, Cargill Seeds, an American multinational in Bangalore, was stormed by nearly 1,000 farmers.
At about 11:30, we were suddenly aware of a large number of people entering our reception area, and these people immediately set about a systematic ransacking of this office. Once it was evident that to resist the persons concerned could result in bodily injury to any of our staff, we became, I guess, mute bystanders to smashing of windows and the hurling through the windows of anything that could be put there.
This incident, which scared Cargill into removing its name board and erecting metal barriers, was the work of the Karnataka Rajya Rayat Sangha, led by Prof.M.D.NANJUNDASWAMY. But at first glance, it's difficult to accept that this affable man masterminded the attack.
You know, we all worked in the same chamber sometime as advocates. Huh?
Nanjundaswamy holds a doctorate in international relations and law from Heidelberg. But today, he devotes his time to mobilizing farmers for what he calls the seed satyagraha. Kargil was the first step. His followers assert there will be others.
जैसा कारगिल बेंगलोर में 19 दिसंबर को कारगिल को जैसा हमने ये कर दिया ऐसा सब जगह हम ये आंदोलन जारी करते हैं.
He is prepared to go the whole hog to protect his freedom. He knows that seed freedom is his freedom, and he knows seed freedom is the freedom of the nation also.
Of course, the multinationals don't accept the straightforward case made against them. They argue they have a right to a return on the fantastic investment made in their research.
We're seeking a return on the millions and millions of dollars that we spend annually on research. Now, those returns will be a result of the farmer buying the product.
But others disagree. After all, the resources the multinationals use for their research were procured without payment. So why should the end result be paid for?
These resources have not been paid for. The resources, which are the foundation material of agriculture and of biotechnology, have not been paid for. So I don't find that a very valid argument.
When they come around and say, we've invested this many $1 million, therefore the world owes us the monopoly to do what we can to get that many millions of dollars back, is the same as the logic in the war system, where companies invest that many millions of dollars in killing people, and they say we must have the right to create wars so we can find our weapons markets.
But if multinational agricultural economics is the heart of the Rayat Sangha movement, the effective transmission of its message is the political muscle it has built. The most remarkable achievement of the Rayat Sangha has been its ability to effectively communicate the ideas central to its campaign. The Dunkel Draft, which even most of Delhi's conference halls find hard to digest, is now a commonly heard and understood phrase in most of rural Karnataka. But how is this achieved? To begin with, this is a byproduct of a decade and a half of groundwork. The Rayat Sangh was set up in '81 and today has 2 MLAs and a membership of 1 crore. But its success also lies in the clever way in which its message is conveyed. Because it targets its farmers not just as producers, but also as consumers. Its appeal takes in the rest of us as well.
Farmers are producers as well as consumers. We are producing oil seeds and we are consumers of oil also. That's why we are exploiting it 2 times. One, when we are going to sell our produce. Another time, when we are going to purchase oil. Like that in other commodities also. That's why our aims and objectives are not only concerning to these farmers, it is concerning to all the public.
Yet, the real trick is that the Rayat Sangha has found a way of converting what is essentially a complicated analysis into the daily language of farmers. Proof of this is not hard to find.
Dunkel ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾವನೆಯಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೈತರಿಗೂ ಬೀಜ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ, ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಹಾಕೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆದ್ರೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಗದಿತ ಬೆಲೆ ಸಿಗದೆ ನಾವು ಕಷ್ಟದಿಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
ಆ ಡಂಕಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಬೆಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೀಜಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಿ ತಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೀಜಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಸೂರ್ಯಪಾನ ಇದೆ 4 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು 10 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, 12 ಕ್ವಿಂಟಲ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ಅವರು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
But if the Rayat Sangha is making inroads into Karnataka's villages, it is also meeting fierce resistance in the state's legislature. Perhaps because it seeks to overturn the country's economic liberalization, the Chief Minister characterizes it as a kulak lobby which threatens small farmers.
They do not want the small marginal farmers to have an excess of modern technology so that productivity could be increased. So sometimes, there is a historical background when a big landlord and a big farm lobby, they do not want modern technology to enter the rural sector.